Men, listen, don't be too excited when your woman is not asking you for something. Any woman that is not asking you for something is asking somebody else. Forget it. There is nothing like Miss Independent. Women love to ask the men they love for something. So, let me tell you something. A lot of you men are dating corporate prostitutes. No matter how independent a woman is, she wants to ask her man for something, something he knows that he can afford. But when you see that woman that doesn't ask, but all she wants from you is just sex, being around you, she has sugar daddies. There are other things she's doing apart from just loving you. Why am I saying this? Love comes with giving. So if your woman is not even asking you for anything, you should be bothered. Because the meaning of love is to give. Giving doesn't necessarily have to be penny or money. But there are still lots of things you can give as a man if you are not financially capable. You're going to show care. You're going to show interest. You're going to show provision. Providing for a woman does not mean you have to drop 1 million. You would still show provision from the little that you have. It takes you to give little for you to give more. I don't believe that any man is poor. A man can be broke. A man might not be able to be on the same financial capacity like Dangote. But every man has money. They might not have as much money. Carpenter get money, shoemaker get money. They all have girlfriends and they provide for them. You can give them 200 naira, 1,000 naira, depending on how much they make a day. So no matter what you think your level is, and a woman is not asking you, she's a corporate prostitute. I said what I said. So don't feel too relaxed when you're in a relationship and a woman is not asking you for anything, except you are in the relationship playing. I'm just trying to say you should be bothered as a man if your woman is not asking you for anything. Because women love it when a man gives them. That's the truth. If you're not giving your woman, another man is giving her. It's just the honest truth. So long as she's beautiful, she's active, she's attractive, there is a man that is going to do what you cannot do. In fact, a lot of men are even excited to collect your girlfriend from you because they know that you don't have the mental or the financial capacity to be with that girl. So as a man, even if you're broke, you don't have so much, give your woman the little that you have. It shows some level of care, love, and concern. Don't just think, okay, because she's an independent woman, she's doing something, you now leave all the responsibility for her. That's where a lot of women get tired of love. Love can be tiring when you leave responsibility for a woman to carry. They will carry it to the point that they can no longer love you. It's not about responsibility. They have to pay bills. She has to go to work. She has to take care of the kids. She has to do her boss. There's no more marriage anymore. It's just teamwork at the end of the day. That's because a lot of men leave these responsibilities for their women, especially when they see that the woman is a strong woman. Super women like us. You know that the woman is a gang. She will always find a way to make things to happen. You leave all the responsibilities for her. Subconsciously, when you leave responsibilities for women, they take up the mantle and become a man. So you can no longer order a woman around again. You can no longer control. You can no longer subject when you can't do your responsibility as a man. That's why as a man, you need to be careful. No matter how little the income you are getting is provide 100 naira, provide 200 naira. Make sure you provide for your family. It is that provision that gives you the mantle to be a man. Nobody is saying you should drop 1 million. We are saying you need to have that sense of entitlement that I'm responsible for my family. It has to sink into your head no matter what it takes. I will understand my financial capacity and do what I can do. There are lots of schools that can accommodate your children that you can pay conveniently from your salary. Nobody is asking you to live above your means. We are only saying take up the mantle, take up the responsibility, let the woman help. If you allow a woman take up the mantle of responsibility, she becomes the man in the house. You don't expect her to be doing it. Doesn't, so long as a woman has carried responsibility, respect will be had because she does a lot. Respect will be difficult. So as a man, I always tell a lot of men, don't feel too relaxed when you feel like, oh, your wife is earning more than you, she's independent, my wife can do this. No. Still bring the little you can so that you can still take your mantle as a man and retain your respect as a man in the house. So don't go and be relaxed, except probably you're a gigolo or you're a fuck boy. Okay, that one is strictly business. But if you're a responsible man and you feel your wife or your girlfriend earns more than you still have to take up some certain small responsibility. Even if it's not even if it's to buy a bag of pure water, a bag of bottled water and keep in the house, at least you should have 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira to do that now. Even if it's to buy a carton of Indomie, just show a sign of responsibility. By the time maybe she's coming from work, you go home before her, you just make noodles for her. These little things we actually overlook is what is actually the real meaning of love. Love is not the amount of money in your pocket. That's why it looks as if the richest people are the people who do not experience love. Money is not love. Real love is those small things you do. Imagine coming back from work knowing that, oh, I even earn more than my boyfriend, and by the time I have come back from work, he has made me noodles. How much is noodles? Noodles is just 15 naira. He has sliced onion. Do you know the kind of smile you're going to put on the woman's face? She's going to eat that noodles with so much joy if she loves you, knowing that, for my boyfriend or my husband to remember to put in this effort, knowing I'm coming back from work, he did not just sit down and wait for me to come back from work tired and still come and cook. Man, that is love. Being able to share these things, not competing with one another. Because the problem with a lot of marriages these days is that as if everybody's competing. So want to compete, you want to be higher than your husband wants to be higher than you. When you're married to people, there's no competition. You both are equals. You guys are team. You're trying to make this thing work. So if you know you're going to be marrying your competitor, then don't marry. It's not who owns the most, who owns you guys have to share everything. That's the real meaning, and that's the beautiful thing about marriage. Nobody is racking sense or no racking sense. As it better for me, your wife, it go better for me, my husband. As it better for my husband, it go better for me, wife. That's how it should be. Everybody should be able to put their brains together and bring something to the table. So I'm telling those gentlemen out there, please, please, provide for your family, provide in your relationship. That's what gives you the mantle to be a man. No matter how little it is, love comes with giving, and that's why God gave his only begotten son to come and die for us. Yes, he did not just say he loved us, he showed us, even with his only begotten son that came to die for us. So love is not just a saying word, it's a doing word. You don't have to do too much to show that you love people. It doesn't have to be like a very expensive gift. There was a day my headset spoiled. I was struggling with my headset. I think this part of the cord went out. And I have not had time to go and buy a headset. And most times when I'm going out, I'm in a cab because sometimes I don't like to drive, or my driver, my manager is driving me. I like to put on headset to listen to music and all that stuff. So I was battling with the headset. I didn't know that my PA had seen that my headset was bad. The next morning, by the time I came, she dropped a brand new headset on my table. And she bought that headset, original headset, for 15,000 naira iPhone. We have money. God, when I came in the morning and I came to the office and I saw a headset on my table, I said, who dropped it? She said she's the one. I had to hug her. That is love. That 15,000 naira it's the fact that I didn't even have time to go and buy it. And she bought it with her money. Because she knows I like it. She didn't even wait for me to say, that is love. Those are the small things that can make people love you till death. It's not until you buy a skyscraper or you buy a Range Rover. No. Biro, pencil, paper, jotter, tissue paper, white, those small things. A lot of wealthy people lack these small things, not because they don't have the money, they don't have time to go and buy it. So when you give people these small things, it makes them know that you care. It is not what you give, it is the intention. The fact that you remember that this is a duty or this is your responsibility, and you use your little capacity to still do it. So I urge all the men out there to please provide for their homes and carry up the responsibility. That is what makes you a man and gives you the mantle. I love you guys. Have a nice day.